Introduction: The Journey from Mute to Memorable. Hello and welcome. Have you ever been there? Sitting in a room, maybe it's a meeting at work, a family gathering, or a classroom. You have an idea. It's a good idea. You know it's valuable. You can feel it burning in your chest, wanting to be shared. But you stay silent. Your heart starts to pound. Maybe your palms get a little sweaty. You open your mouth, but the words they don't come out. Or if they do, they're quiet, uncertain. You feel that awful, sinking feeling as the moment passes. The conversation moves on, and someone else says the exact thing you were thinking. And everyone agrees. It was a great idea. You feel invisible, overlooked, mute. That feeling is one of the loneliest, most frustrating experiences we can have. It's the feeling of knowing you have value, but being trapped behind a wall of fear. Fear of judgment, fear of saying the wrong thing, fear of not being smart enough or articulate enough. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to hear me when I say this. That feeling is not your fault, and it is not a life sentence. You are not broken. You are not destined to be a background character in your own life. That silence, that fear you feel, is simply a habit. And like any habit, it can be broken. It can be unlearned. In this journey together, we are going to do more than just learn a few public speaking tips. Tips are fragile. They break under pressure. Instead, we are going to build something real. We are going to build your core confidence. We're going to find the voice that is already inside you, the one that's been quieted by doubt, and we are going to give it the strength and the clarity to speak. I promise you that by the end of our time together, you will have a simple, powerful, three-part framework. This framework is your key to unlocking that core confidence, allowing you to share your ideas, your stories, and your value with the world, memorably. This isn't about becoming a loud, aggressive speaker. This isn't about faking it till you make it. This is about becoming more of who you already are. It's about finding an authentic voice that feels true to you and learning to use it with power and with purpose. So here is the roadmap for our journey. Here are the 3 foundational pillars we will build together. First, we will build a new mindset. We're going to look that fear right in the eye. We're going to understand where it comes from, and we will learn how to turn fear from a paralyzing force into an ally, into fuel that you can use to energize your presence instead of silencing it. Second, we will craft a memorable message. A huge part of anxiety comes from not knowing what to say or how to say it. We're going to fix that. I will give you a simple, anxiety-proof structure that you can use for any situation, from a formal presentation to a casual conversation, ensuring your message is clear, concise, and connects with your audience every single time. You will never be left scrambling again. And third, we will master the mechanics of confident delivery. This is the how you say it. We'll explore how you stand, how you breathe, how you use your hands, and how you project your voice. We will learn how to command a room, not by being the loudest, but by being the most grounded, the most present, and the most connected. Mindset, message, mechanics. These 3 pillars are your path from feeling muted to becoming truly memorable. The journey starts right now. I am so glad you are here. Let's begin. Part 1. The Mindset. Your goal is connection, not perfection. Welcome to the first and most important pillar of our journey. Before we talk about what to say or how to say it, we have to rebuild the foundation inside your mind. Because right now, the foundation you're standing on is probably a little shaky. Why? Because most of us are caught in something I call the perfection trap. What is the number one source of our fear? What is that voice that tells us to stay silent? It's the voice that says you have to be perfect. You cannot mess up. You have to be polished, witty, and flawless. You must not pause or stumble or say, We see polished speakers on big stages. We see heavily edited videos online, and we create this impossible standard for ourselves. We believe that to have value, to be worth listening to, we must deliver a perfect performance. And that pressure is crushing. It's what makes your mind go blank. It's what makes you obsess over every tiny little word. It turns a simple conversation into a high-stakes performance where any mistake means failure. I want to free you from that trap right now. I want to give you permission. You have permission to be human. You have permission to pause and gather your thoughts. You have permission to stumble over a word, laugh it off, and start again. You have permission to be nervous. You have permission to not have the perfect answer to every single question. Your audience doesn't want a robot. They don't want a flawless, pre-programmed machine. They want you. They want a real, living, breathing human being who is sharing something they care about. In fact, those little imperfections, those moments of genuine, unscripted humanity, that's not failure. That's connection. That's what makes you relatable. That's what makes people trust you. So let's throw out that old, impossible goal of perfection. It doesn't serve you. It only holds you captive. And let's replace it with a new goal. A goal that is not only achievable, but is infinitely more powerful. Your new goal is not perfection. Your new goal is connection. This is the single most important shift you will ever make. When your goal is perfection, your focus is entirely on yourself. You are trapped inside your own head, and your mind is filled with anxious questions. What will they think of me? Am I sounding stupid? Do they see my hands shaking? What if I forget what I'm saying? It's all about me, me, me. This is what we call self-consciousness, and it is a prison. But when your goal is connection, everything changes. Your focus shifts. It moves from me to them. The question in your head is no longer, what will they think of me? The question becomes, what can I give to them? What idea can I share that might help them? What story can I tell that might make them feel less alone? What piece of information do I have that could make their day just a little bit easier? Do you feel that? Do you feel the difference? The first one is rooted in fear and judgment. The second one is rooted in purpose and generosity. When you are focused on giving something of value to your audience, you don't have time to be self-conscious. You are on a mission. Your fear doesn't disappear, but it no longer takes center stage. Your purpose becomes bigger than your fear. You stop performing and you start serving. You stop presenting and you start connecting. This shift from self-consciousness to other consciousness is the master key to authentic confidence. Now I know what you might be thinking. That sounds great, but what about the feeling? What about my heart pounding so hard I think it's going to break out of my chest? What about the butterflies in my stomach? I can't just will that away. You're right. You can't. And I don't want you to, because I want to let you in on a secret. The physical feelings of intense nervousness are biologically identical to the physical feelings of intense excitement. Think about it. When you're terrified, what happens? Your heart races. Your breathing gets shallow. You get butterflies in your stomach. Your palms might get sweaty. That's your body flooding with adrenaline and cortisol. It's the fight or flight response. Now, think about the last time you were incredibly excited. Maybe you were about to go on a long-awaited vacation, or see someone you love, or ride a roller coaster. What happened? Your heart raced. Your breathing got quick. You had that same electric feeling in your stomach. The physical sensation is the same. The only thing that is different is the label your brain puts on it. For your entire life, when you've had to speak, you've felt that sensation, and your brain has labeled it, this is fear, this is danger, shut it down, run away, be quiet. Starting today, we are going to actively relabel that feeling. The next time you're in that room and you feel your heart start to pound and you feel those butterflies wake up, I want you to stop. I want you to smile just to yourself, and I want you to say these words in your mind. This is not fear. This is energy. This is not panic. This is my body getting ready. This is my body giving me the energy I need to connect with this audience. I am not scared. I am energized. I am not in danger. I am ready. This isn't just a trick. This is you taking control of your own narrative. You are teaching your brain a new response. You are transforming that paralyzing surge of adrenaline into a powerful wave of energy that you can ride. That feeling is not your enemy. It's your ally. It's proof that you care. It's proof that what you are about to do matters. So let's make that our foundation. Our goal is not to be a perfect, flawless robot. Our goal is to be a real, present human aiming for connection. And that feeling in your chest, that's not fear. That's the energy you're going to use to do it. With this new mindset, you are no longer a target to be judged. You are a messenger with a gift to give. And you are ready. Part 2. The message. The one idea rule for a memorable talk. Welcome back. We've laid our new foundation. We've agreed that our goal is connection, not perfection. We've learned to reframe that nervous energy and turn it into an ally. Now we build on that foundation. We're going to tackle the second biggest source of anxiety. What am I actually going to say? So many of us feel that fear because our thoughts are a jumble. We have 5, 6, maybe 10 different things we want to say. We're worried about forgetting a crucial point. We're worried about rambling. We're worried about our message not making any sense. And here is a fundamental truth. A confusing message will always lead to a confused and nervous speaker. You cannot be confident if you are not clear. If you don't have a simple, solid plan for your message, your mind will scramble under pressure. It will hunt for the next idea. It will get lost in a tangent, and that's when the panic sets in. That's when you start to feel like an imposter. The simplest and most powerful way to build unshakable confidence in what you're saying is to have a crystal clear plan. A plan that is so simple, so solid, you could remember it even if you were woken up in the middle of the night. So how do we build that plan? We're going to start by getting rid of the clutter. We are going to use what I call the one idea rule. That's it. Your entire talk, whether it's a 5-minute update in a meeting or a 30-minute presentation, is going to be built around one single powerful idea. Not 5, not 3. 1. This is your anchor point. This is your North Star. This is the one and only thing you truly want your audience to walk away knowing, feeling, or believing. Before you write a single note, before you open a single slide, you must be able to answer this question. What is the one thing I want them to remember tomorrow? If you try to make 10 points, they will remember 0. But if you focus all your energy on landing one powerful idea and then use everything else to support that one idea, you become memorable. This one idea rule does something magical for you as the speaker. It gives you incredible clarity. It becomes your filter for everything. As you're preparing, you can ask yourself, does this story support my one idea? Does this statistic support my one idea? Does this point support my one idea? If the answer is no, it doesn't matter how clever or interesting it is. You leave it out. This simplifies your preparation, and more importantly, it simplifies your delivery. You are no longer juggling 10 different thoughts. You have one job: to deliver this one idea with clarity and conviction. This is how you stop rambling. This is how you stay on track. This is how you build a message that actually sticks. So once you have your one big idea, how do you build a talk around it? We are going to use the simplest, most memorable, and most anxiety-proof structure I know. It's called the 1-3-1 structure. It looks like this. You have one big idea. You support it with 3 key points or stories or examples, and you end by restating your one big idea. That's it. 1-3-1. Let's break it down. That first one is your opening. You start by stating your one big idea clearly and directly right at the beginning. You don't hide it. You don't save it for a big reveal. You give it to your audience right up front. This tells them exactly why they should listen. It's the why of your talk. Next, the 3. This is the main body of your talk. This is your proof. You are going to support your one big idea with 3 key points. Just 3. Why 3? Because 3 is memorable. It's balanced. It's enough to be substantial, but not so many that your audience gets lost. These 3 points could be 3 reasons why your big idea is true. They could be 3 steps on how to implement your big idea. They could be 3 stories or examples that illustrate your big idea in action. And finally, the last one. This is your conclusion. And it is so simple. You just circle back to the beginning. You end by restating your one big idea, perhaps with slightly different words, as a powerful, memorable takeaway. You remind them of the single most important thing you want them to remember. That's the whole structure. Start with your idea. Support your idea with 3 points. End with your idea. This 1-3-1 structure is your lifeline. It's your map. When you're in that room and you're feeling that energy we talked about, you will never get lost. You will always know where you are. Did I just finish my first point? Great. Now I'm moving to my second. Did I just finish my third point? Perfect. Now I know it's time to bring it home and restate my main message. This structure is so easy to remember. It gives your brain a sense of safety and control. It frees you from the fear of, what if I go blank? You can't go blank because you always know what's next. Clarity builds confidence, and this structure is the clearest path I know. So your task is this: find your one idea, and then find the 3 best points to prove it. This is how you stop being a confused speaker and start becoming a clear, confident, and memorable messenger. Part 3. The mechanics. Breathe, ground, and connect. So we have our new mindset. Our goal is connection. And we have our message. We have that clear, simple 1-3-1 structure. Now we come to the final piece, the mechanics. This is the how. This is what to do with your body in the moment that the fear is most physical. Because that's where we feel it, isn't it? It's not just a thought. It's a physical takeover. Our heart pounds, our shoulders tense up, and our breathing gets trapped high up in our chest. We start to take these short, shallow, panting breaths. When you breathe like that, you are sending a panic signal to your brain, and it has a direct effect on your voice. Your voice sounds thin, it sounds shaky, it sounds weak, because you are literally not giving it enough air to be supported. So, the first and most powerful mechanical thing we are going to do is to take control of our breath. We are not going to do a 20-minute meditation. We are going to do one simple thing. Right before you speak in that moment after you've been introduced, or just before you unmute yourself in that online call, I want you to do one thing. I want you to take one slow, deep belly breath. That's it. Just one. In through your nose and feel the air go past your chest, deep into your belly. Feel your belly expand, and then a slow, quiet exhale out of your mouth. This is a biological reset switch. This one deep breath, taken all the way down, is the fastest way on earth to calm your central nervous system. It physically breaks the feedback loop of panic. It tells your brain, I am not in danger, I am in control. and it does something magic for your voice. When you speak on the end of that exhale, your voice will naturally be lower. It will be richer, and it will be supported. It will sound grounded and confident because it is grounded in your own breath. Before you say a single word, you must breathe. Okay, so you've taken your breath. Now what do you do with your body? When we're nervous, our body has all this anxious energy, and it doesn't know where to put it. So we fidget. We wring our hands. We sway from side to side. We shift our weight from one foot to the other. We look. Well, we look like we are about to bolt for the door. And in a way, we are. Your body is physically preparing for flight. We need to give your body an anchor. We need to ground that energy. So the second mechanic is to ground yourself. Wherever you are, I want you to plant both of your feet firmly on the floor. I mean, really plant them. Feel the entire sole of your shoe connecting with the ground. Place your feet about shoulder width apart and just stand still. Feel that connection. Feel how solid you are. You are not a leaf blowing in the wind. You are a tree, rooted in the earth. This simple physical act of standing still and firm does two profound things. First, it stops the fidgeting. It gives that nervous energy a job to do, the job of holding you stable. Second, just like the breath, it sends a powerful psychological signal to your brain. It says, I am not running, I am here, I am stable, I am holding my ground. You cannot feel stable and totally panicked at the same time. You are creating a physical foundation of stability, and your mind will follow. Your physical confidence will actually create your mental confidence. So you've taken your breath. You've grounded your feet. You're feeling more solid. Now you have to look at them. And this is often the scariest part. Looking at a sea of faces. It can feel like you're facing a firing squad. It feels like every single person is judging you. We're told to scan the room, but that can feel artificial and overwhelming. It can make you feel even more disconnected, like you're performing at them. We're going to use our goal of connection to make this simple. We are going to turn this terrifying speech into a simple one-on-one conversation. Here is what you do. As you're taking that breath and grounding your feet, I want you to find one friendly face in the audience. Just one. There is always one. Someone who is smiling. Someone who is nodding. Someone who just looks kind and receptive. Find your one friendly face. And for the first sentence of your talk, maybe the first two sentences, I want you to speak only to them. That's it. Forget everyone else. Just look at that one kind person and deliver your opening line as if you are the only two people in the room. You're not making a speech. You're just talking to a person. This does something magic. It instantly gets you out of your head. It takes the pressure off. You're not presenting to the crowd anymore. You're just sharing an idea with one other human. You will see them nod. You will see them engage. And that one small positive signal will give you a jolt of confidence. You've made your first connection. And then, once you feel that connection, you can move on. You can find another friendly face and talk to them for a sentence. And then another. It's no longer a scary performance. It's just a series of small one-on-one conversations. That's it. Those are the mechanics. They are small, they are simple, and they are powerful. Breathe to calm your nervous system and support your voice. Ground to create a foundation of physical and mental stability. And connect, one person at a time, to turn a performance into a conversation. This is how you take control back from the fear. This is how you show up, not as a perfect performer, but as a grounded, connected, and confident human being. You are ready. Conclusion. From mute to memorable begins now. We've come a long way together. We started in that room feeling silent, feeling invisible, feeling trapped behind a wall of fear. We started with that painful feeling of being mute while our best ideas stayed locked inside. I want you to look back at that person for a moment. And now I want you to feel the solid ground beneath your feet. You have a new foundation now. You have a framework. We learned that the most important shift happens in our mindset when we stop chasing the impossible goal of perfection and start embracing the human goal of connection. When we shift our focus from "what will they think of me" to "what can I give to them," we learned how to build a clear and memorable message using the simple anxiety-proof 1-3-1 structure. You will never be lost or left scrambling for your thoughts again because you have a map. You have your one big idea, your 3 supporting points, and your one powerful conclusion. And finally, we learned the mechanics to steady ourselves in the moment. We learned to breathe, to calm our nervous system and support our voice. We learned to ground ourselves, to create a foundation of physical and mental stability. And we learned to connect, one friendly face at a time, turning a scary performance into a simple conversation. This is the secret. Confidence isn't some magical trait that some people are born with and others are not. It's not loud. It's not arrogant. Real core confidence is quiet. It is the natural result of having a better mindset and a simple, reliable plan. And now you have both. You have the tools. But tools don't build a house just by sitting in the toolbox. They have to be used. Your journey from mute to memorable doesn't begin when you feel ready. It begins when you decide to take the first step, even if you're still a little scared. So I have a small challenge for you. A simple, low-stakes first step. In the next 48 hours, I want you to find one person. Just one. A friend, a partner, a family member, someone you trust. And I want you to use the 1-3-1 structure to explain something you are passionate about. It could be your favorite movie. It could be a hobby you love. It could be an idea you have for your work. Just practice. Find your one big idea. I want to tell you why this is the best movie I've ever seen. Support it with your 3 reasons. And then wrap it up by restating your main idea. This is not a performance. This is practice. This is you in a safe space, teaching your brain what it feels like to share an idea with clarity and purpose. This is you taking your first step. Please do not wait for the fear to go away. It might not, but you don't have to listen to it anymore. You have a new voice to listen to. The voice of purpose. The voice of connection. Your voice has value. Your ideas deserve to be heard. The people in your life, the people in those rooms, are waiting to hear what you have to share. Thank you for taking this journey with me. That feeling of being mute, that is your past. This feeling of being equipped, of being grounded, of being ready, this is your present. Your journey has already begun. Go speak.